Today we're going to be comparing the Lectric XPedition 2.0 specifically with the dual long-range batteries to the Aventon Abound LR, their long rack cargo option. Both of these bikes are priced at $19.99 but built with very different skill sets, so we'll talk about the tech and security on the Aventon Abound, we'll talk about the sheer hauling capability and range on the XPedition 2.0, we'll wrap things up with some pros and cons on each and my overall thoughts, but I'll also show you why an often overlooked component, the kickstand, just may be the deciding factor. Let's start by learning a little bit about these brands. On one hand, we have Lectric, a direct-to-consumer powerhouse, which means two things for you. You're going to get more bang for your buck because they don't have the same overhead as a bike shop brand. They arrive mostly assembled, with the final few steps being very simple. They want to get you on the road as fast as possible. And lastly, your purchase is backed up by one of the best US-based customer service teams in the industry. On the other hand, we have Aventon, and you can opt for the doorstep delivery if you want to. But the main advantage here is they have over 1,800 bike shops partnered with their dealership network, which means it's likely you can find a shop near you for test rides, buying fully assembled, and having a place for in-person support. Aventon is also known for delivering a high-end look with their premium paint jobs, smooth over welds, and signature lighting. Both Lectric and Aventon are known to run sales from time to time. If you'd like to see what these brands are currently up to, you can scan the QR codes on screen or find our affiliate links down in the description. And if you make a purchase with one of these brands using our links, it's a free way to support our content. It really does make reviews like this possible. So next, let's talk about the tech and security on the Aventon Abound LR. First, you're not going to find any keys with the Aventon Abound because this has a keyless battery system. So you unlock it through the display like this, and it pops open. And this battery is cross-compatible with any Aventon model that features the ACU or their control unit, which we'll cover in a moment. That's not the only thing you unlock and lock through the display. If you heard that, that was the kickstand. It just locked so no one can ride away on your bike. And you set a passcode on the display to keep just anyone from unlocking and locking your bike. Now in the display, you can change some settings, but for the most part, you're gonna need their app. This feature gives you complete customization over all three riding modes, so you can change the torque, the pedal response, and assistance in all three of those modes. One of the big advantages to the app is access to over-the-air firmware updates. I just did a big update on the Abound LR that unlocked sensor switch, so now you can ride with a torque or cadence sensor. It also unlocked boost mode, that boosts power to 120% for 30 seconds. It also unlocked cruise control and a feature called hold mode. So if you're walking up your hill using the walk assist and you need to take a break, it will actually keep your bike from rolling backwards for up to 30 seconds until you're ready to continue walking up the hill. It's a little difficult to see, but under here is the Aventon control unit, or their ACU. So that's a feature that's standard across Aventon's current lineup that enables 4G connected security features. Aventon does give you 1 year for free to test the features to see if it's worth the investment of $20 per year after that. That ends up being less than $2 per month for essentially a data plan for your bike. It also allows you to set boundaries on a map where this bike is allowed to or not allowed to ride, and if you defy those boundaries, the bike will actually immobilize itself. And you also get notifications to your phone if there's any unexpected movement. Now, unlike Aventon, who invested a ton in the tech and security integrations, Lectric put more focus onto the sheer capability of this bike. There are still great ways to customize performance through the display. You can change between Class 2 and Class 3 speeds with the P8 setting. You can get easier access to power using their multiplier. Just set P11 to 1. And then the P22 setting, so you can have your pedal assist and throttle tied to speed limits in levels 1 and 2. You can also unlock access to full speed using throttle or pedal assist in all levels, or you can unlock the throttle in all levels and keep your pedal assist locked down to those speed limits in levels 1 and 2. Now the XPedition is all about performance and capability. This has a 300-pound capacity rear rack, an overall payload capacity of 450 pounds. Now the Abound rack has less than half the capacity of the XPedition at 143 pounds. Both Lectric and Aventon have a great selection of accessories that let you get the most out of your cargo e-bike. passenger seats, handrails for kiddos, giant panniers that rest on the running boards for grocery runs. Lectric's cargo package comes with a front and rear cargo basket that are pretty shallow, but have plenty of places to attach a strap or bungee. Aventon has their pizza front rack, which is a flat platform with a bunch of different mounting configurations. They also have a rear cargo basket, which is a fairly wide platform with 6-inch walls, and it also has quite a few mounting points. For motor power, the XPedition has Lectric Stealth M24 motor. It's a 48-volt, 750-watt hub motor that peaks at 1310 watts and offers 85 newton-meters of torque. The Abound has Aventon's 36-volt, 750-watt hub motor. It peaks at 1188 watts and offers 80 newton-meters of torque. But remember, this now has boost mode, so it can have even better performance for 30-second spurts. And the battery is 20 amp hours. It has an advertised max range of up to 60 miles. So still plenty of capacity for most people's daily rides, but you do not have the option for a long-range battery. Now you have 3 different battery options to choose from on the XPedition, so you can cut down the price underneath that $19.99 if you choose the single battery option or just the standard dual battery option. But these are the dual long-range batteries, so 17.5 amp hours for each. The advertised max range of this version is up to 170 miles. Now, we do appreciate that you have to charge up far less frequently than other options. Both these bikes roll on 20-inch wheels, but you have slightly wider tires on the Abound. These are Innova 20 by 3-inch tires. You have Chow Yang 20 by 2.5-inch tires on the XPedition, so slightly more nimble. Both have a street tread though and a reflective strip on the sidewall, and both the front wheels attach with a through axle. Lectric uses a quick release through axle, which makes this a tool-free part of the assembly process. And both bikes have a suspension front fork. Aventon sources theirs from Trauma. They both have preload, adjust, and lockout. And they both have 50 millimeters of travel. This is what you can expect on the Abound. And here's what you can expect on the XPedition. Both are effective, with the Abounds being maybe just a touch smoother. For stopping power, both bikes use hydraulic disc brakes, but you're going to find name brand Tektro hydraulic disc brakes on the Abound. Both also have 180 millimeter rotors. The brake levers are also from Tektro on the Abound and unbranded on the XPedition, but both come with motor cutoff. This is Lectric's upgraded Elite headlight. It comes on all 3 versions of the XPedition though. This mounts either to the fender, or if you opt for the cargo cage, it comes with an extension cable and a different kind of mount. And here's Aventon's light. It's very bright, a little bit smaller form factor. And on the back, we have a similar setup for lighting with brake actuated taillights and turn signals. And for the pedaling experience, these are both 8-speed bikes with a Shimano drivetrain. So you can find the Altus derailleur on the back and the 8-speed Shimano rapid fire trigger shifter on the handlebars. And then both bikes have a 52-inch chainring, but a slight difference on the cassette. 12 to 32 teeth on the Abound and 11 to 32 teeth on the XPedition. And both bikes do have a left-hand thumb throttle. The Abound's throttle you push down and up like this, and the XPedition's throttle swings more off to the side. For controls, the XPedition has a 5-button controller, left and right for turn signals, up and down for pedal assist, and power button. And there's that retro arcade style color LCD display. Aventon's display and controls are all one unit. Very minimal display, but it gives you all the information you need. It has a similar 5-button layout, but there's some extra functionality to this on the road since that firmware update, so stay tuned to check that out. A nice included accessory on the Abound is this lockable storage compartment. So you can just take these zippers and lock them in here with a 3-digit pin. And Lectric includes this frame bag for quick grab items, or in our case, a bike lock. The included fenders on the Aventon are metal, and there's that mesh wheel guard. The XPedition comes with included plastic fenders, and the wheel guard is actually just built into that rear fender. The Aventon comes with a Zoom suspension seat post with preload adjustment, and the saddle is their $199 saddle. Let me start off by just showing you how these kickstands work. So to put the dual leg kickstand up, you just put your foot in front of it and roll it forward. And then when you want to get that kickstand back up, just push it down to the ground and roll it back. And let me show you that on the XPedition. Woo! So you might notice it's a tad smoother on the Abound LR than the XPedition, but that's unloaded. So Wyatt, can you hop up in the back of these? Can we show them the kickstand? So let's start with the Abound because that was the easier of the two. All right, way down with Wyatt. Let's put the kickstand up. Not too bad. And let's put the kickstand back down. Pretty easy. All right, let's do the XPedition. All right, here's where you're gonna see a difference. Okay, putting it down was a challenge, but doable. Let's put it back up. It's pretty hard. I have noticed though, if you want to put this kickstand back down, if you hold the rear cargo cage, it's a little bit easier, but which one felt smoother to you? Wyatt, are you ready for some performance tests?
Yep.
All right, let's hop on these bikes. Unloaded, the XPedition's throttle-only acceleration was stronger off the line, with the Abound delivering a more gradual ramp up to speed. When using the Abound LR's boost mode, I did feel a noticeable difference in acceleration, but the XPedition was still a bit snappier off the line. So Wyatt, we got a quiet flat road here. You ready to try 0 to 20?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna do just throttle power so we can see what the motor is capable of. We'll see how fast we get up to 20 miles per hour, and we'll see if we can hold at that speed.
3, 2, 1, throttle only.
Here we go. Gentle takeoff. There's 15. 20, there we go. And holding at 20.22 on the display. 19, 20 miles per hour on the GPS. So we should be holding right at 20 miles per hour.
3, 2, 1, throttle only.
Ooh, much stronger takeoff. And there's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And we're holding steady there. A very consistent push all the way up to the top speed. And we might be just coasting just shy of 20, but it can hold at that top speed. This is the test hill that we test most of our electric bikes on. And it always looks really small on the GoPro footage. So we'll put up a graphic so you can actually see the scale of this hill and some specs. Starting to ramp up, and I'm hearing the 36 volt system start to work a little harder. I do notice a more audible whine to the Aventon motors than I do on the XPedition. So when we do the XPedition hill climb, definitely listen for that. All right, we are getting to the steepest part of the hill here. So we're gonna see what the minimum climbing speed is. Looks like we got down to about 10.5, but we're climbing again. But remember, this has boost mode. That gives me 120% power for 30 seconds. So let's throw that on for the last part of this hill here. Oops, there we go. There's boost. And we're definitely taking off here. There's 13 miles per hour. I heard the motor kick up a notch for sure. Did you hear that, Wyatt?
Yeah.
So this gives you that boost for 30 seconds.
We're getting faster and faster.
Yep, we're getting to the top. There we go. And when that 30 seconds is up, it will kick you back down to turbo. Now, if I try to activate boost again, it's not gonna work. So there is a cooldown time for the boost mode. So you can't just spam boost to get the most power possible, but it does come in handy. That last part of the hill we boosted through with no problem. All right, just getting to the steep part of the hill. All right, definitely pulling more than peak wattage here. I see 1,360 watts, but it's pushing us up the hill. There's 10.5 miles per hour. And, ooh, we got 10.4 for a brief second there. We're climbing back up now. Now the whine of the motor is noticeably quieter than on the Aventon. It's clear these two bikes have a lot to offer, but prioritize very different things. I think of the Lectric XPedition 2.0 as more of a heavy-duty pickup truck. It's powerful and rugged, and it gets the job done. especially with its range capability and 300-pound rear rack capacity. Lectric does offer 3 different battery configurations, but I do think the biggest value is found in the dual long-range battery option. This configuration of course gives you the maximum range, but it also comes with the 5-amp fast charger rather than the standard 2-amp charger on the lower 2 models, and it's also bundled with more accessories. Right now, the orbiter and the large panniers are included, which are pretty expensive if you choose to buy them separately. Plus, Lectric makes ownership easy with quick setup. They do have a small network of test ride centers, and you may be able to see some of their models in select Best Buys. I really appreciate the quick release adjustable stem. It's highly adaptable. It makes it super easy for my wife and I to swap out riders, but it is a lot of e-bike to handle, and that kickstand does take some getting used to, but it is super stable when the rack is loaded down. And last consideration for the XPedition, if you opt for the dual battery option, the batteries aren't actually keyed the same, which means you have to keep track of 2 sets of keys. That's opposed to the keyless system used on the Aventon Abound LR and SR. On the other hand, I think of the Aventon Abound LR as more the luxury SUV. It has sharp features, clean paint, and smooth welds. Plus, you can walk into an Aventon partner shop for support. I do think it's noticeably easier and more balanced to handle than the XPedition, and the kickstand is a lot more smooth to operate. I really do like the BMX style handlebars. You can dial in the perfect reach, and it's easy to mount accessories to. And it has that adjustable quill stem, so my wife and I can both ride this bike, but as a 6'1" rider with a 33-inch inseam, I don't quite get full leg extension on the Abound models. Now, you need the app for many of the advanced features and to customize performance, but this is also where you get access to all the connected security features and firmware updates. And as you saw, those updates aren't just patches, they bring big new features like boost mode or sensor switch. The Abound does not offer a long-range battery option, but it does come with a 20 amp-hour battery that is cross-compatible with other Aventon ACU models. What it lacks in battery options, it makes up for in rack options. And if you'd like to learn more, we do have full reviews on the Aventon Abound LR and SR. The Abound LR does come with built-in security like the password-protected display, the keyless battery, and that locking kickstand. And then it has the ACU security suite for the remote features like GPS tracking, unexpected movement alerts, and the ability to immobilize the bike. Just remember the connected features rely on 4G and switch to a small $20 annual fee after the first free year. It also doesn't come with a lot of accessories, so you do need to budget extra for that. However, the Abound LR is $200 off at the time of recording this. For up-to-date information, you can scan the QR code on screen or find our affiliate links down in the description. And just a quick reminder, if you're planning on picking up one of these models, using the links is an easy way to support our channel at no extra cost to you. Thank you for your support. So when it comes down to it, is it cargo capacity and distance or style and tech that wins for you? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this comparison helpful, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to stay up to date on our reviews. I'm Miles with eBike Escape. That's going to do it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.